Some 50 years ago, during the 1962-63 period, I had the honour to be chosen as the foundation president of what was then the Institute of Real Estate Development.
Before the UDIA was formed, each company was going its own way, and so several developers got together to form the UDIA so that we have one voice and we were united.
This newly created body was the result of the coming together of a number of like-minded professionals who were involved in the urban development real estate industry, but were having some considerable difficulties with the government of the day.
The initial issue was the water board. The water board had no policy, and we were all arguing and fighting, and they would charge us, and we couldn't get our plans out of council.
Instead of using the overpowering thrust, they should have been working with us and encouraging us rather than using the aggressive attitude that they did.
The biggest challenges UDIA's faced over the years are still the same ones. Land supply, council approvals processes.
A lot's changed since I was president of UDIA in the late 80s. We were more concerned about the day-to-day issues of subdivision and getting things ready for houses. We were also running on a shoestring. We had one person in the Secretariat.
UDIA has grown enormously over the last 50 years. We've gone from volunteer services, we've even gone from people like Terry Goldacre providing photocopying in his office during the 80s. We now have full-time staff members here in our state office, in our divisional office, of around about 10 people, and we've also got 2 people located in Wollongong and also Newcastle.
I think the great thing about the UDIA and the region is that the regions benefit from a much larger organisation that review and consider issues that are more holistic, but then also add weight to where we have quite specific regional issues.
It's a lot broader now and it's a lot deeper. You know, we've got committees that look at everything, and I think that's one of its great strengths.
We have over 500 member companies that provide practical and credible advice to ourselves that we then put through in a policy agenda to government. Our policy agenda item at the moment is concentrating on 3 key issues. One is affordable housing supply for New South Wales, infrastructure, the timely and affordable provision of that infrastructure, and also employment generations of where people are residing.
UDIA hold around 30 events per year. They range from industry briefings to luncheons. We hold an annual gala dinner, annual state conference, and also regional functions.
I'm absolutely amazed. The last meeting I went to, it was great to walk into a room and see 400 or 500 people attending from all walks of life, in the industry of course. Once we were battling to get 10 or 15 people there.
UDIA New South Wales runs an extensive awards program, and one of those awards that it runs is the Women in Development Leadership Award. I am last year's winner. Winning the award meant a lot to me. It lifted the morale of staff here in the company.
I joined UDIA almost 7 years ago now when I first started at Stockland. I was just starting out my career in the development industry. And I've had the enormous privilege for the past 18 months of being the chair of the Young Developers Committee. The Young Developers really engage young people in the industry, connect them together and encourage all members to get together, share best practice, projects, ideas and get to know each other.
Young Developers and Women in Development, and they were groups that started just before my time as president and certainly blossomed through my presidency, and were probably the highlight of my term as president, to see those 2 groups as well as the training courses get underway and really grow.
Being a member of UDIA is important for a number of reasons. It enables, especially for someone of my age, to be mentored by great people like Laurie Rose and Angus Dawson and Martin Wells that have been keeping an eye on me and helping me out. It also gives you access to information.
A lot of things have been achieved by the UDA. Perhaps the most that it has achieved is being heard by government. When I was first involved with the UDIA, we were little known, and that started to grow. Today, I think UDA is the former spokesman for the industry.
I found that the UDIA was very helpful in terms of just advising both sides of the political spectrum on policy initiatives and what was necessary to move forward with the economy, and of course housing.
And what UDIA has done for 50 years is ensure that the voice of the development industry is heard, that their voice comes to the table in pushing governments, pushing all stakeholders.
I think it's very important that the UDIA and the City of Sydney work cooperatively together in terms of the future of our city, and ensuring that design excellence is the norm rather than the exception.
So in the future, I can see our young developers growing into being future leaders of the UDIA and continuing the work that Bruce McDonald started 50 years ago.
To all members of the Institute, may I say happy anniversary. It's fantastic that we've got to this milestone.
There's not too many businesses in Australia that are 50 years old. So I fully congratulate UDIA in being 50 years old this year in 2013.
I'm very grateful that I'm still here to witness it. I think it's something that really I never thought we would see when we started off in the 60s. And I think that just speaks volumes for the people that have been part of the UDIA, the staff that they've been able to attract.
I certainly congratulate the membership for the structure of the organisation they've delivered, both for effective government but also effective outreach to the broader community.
50 years and still going strong, that underscores the relevance of UDIA in the wider community.
I would like to wish all the members of the UDIA a very happy 50th anniversary.
Fantastic achievement and milestone by a fantastic organisation.
Happy anniversary UDIA, happy 50th. Wonderful.